Hello, my name is Danny DeLillo and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Moviemaker magazine. We're here at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood and I'm here with Elisabeth Rasmussen with her movie, The Heart of Bruno Wizard. Let's take a look at a clip.
Bruno? Who is Bruno?
My first band was called The Rejects. It was at the time of when punk was first starting to stir in London.
Bruno was just one of the regular faces that would always pop up, pogoing.
He was mad. He was absolutely mad.
He sent this record out into the world, and a lot of people listen to them.
He knows what his truth is, and he sticks to it.
Let me see how long it's going to take for the establishment to destabilise the punk movement. It took about 6 months.
Elisabeth, it's really amazing to have you here in the studio.
Thank you, it's really amazing to be here.
Oh, well, tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
Well, it's about a guy who I met, who started telling me these amazing stories. He turned out to be a underground legend in London's punk scene in the 70s.
Wow.
And he's followed his heart at any cost. And I've been lucky enough to capture some of those roller coaster experiences he's had during his life.
Well, for those that haven't seen it, Elisabeth really did capture, I felt like I was on a roller coaster watching it. It was fantastic. So you met Bruno, who's this incredible character. How did you come about thinking, I'm going to make a documentary about him?
Well, I was volunteering in a homeless center.
Oh,
it was
wow.
Christmas 2011. And I was looking for someone to help set up people with creative workshops. Mm-hmm. And someone said to me, you need to find Bruno Wizard. He knows what he's talking about. And so I went looking for a wizard during Christmas.
That's funny.
And then this tall guy comes up to me and he started telling me, he was like, yeah, when I was living with Dieter Ramon in Chelsea Hotel in New York, and oh yeah, when Marilyn and Boy George and I were in the squat of the sick, like, whoa, you know. And he started singing there on the spot.
Wow.
And I was like, where's my camera? Where's my camera? No, I felt so, intrigued and amazed by this man and his amazing stories. So I felt like I didn't have a choice,
Yeah.
Those times in your life where you think, like, I've been always wanting to direct my own film. I've been working on like different documentaries for TV stations and reality shows, but it never like had that story that I was like, wow, I have to be a channel to give this story to the world, and that's how exactly how I felt. When
you're a true filmmaker because you really just like bought the camera, like, right, I need to find my camera because this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even know how to film.
Wow. Yeah. Isn't that? But I mean, it looks fantastic, and it's so fascinating that you literally you said you kept it up for everyone else to watch, because everybody else that watched it at the film festival were like, wow, like, he's just like insane and like amazing, and just all this amazing knowledge and lived through such a history. He really has been through quite a lot, hasn't he, in his life?
Yeah, he's been through quite a lot. I think like the film and him really shows what the embodiment of punk spirit is. He is true to himself and true to his cause, like, at all costs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that obviously sometimes, it just doesn't compromise on anything. So, which leads obviously to like a up and down.
Up and down, yeah. No, but what's amazing is that, I mean, I'm a big documentary fan myself, but I felt like I was literally on this journey with him. It's quite amazing. You have a great style in which you just portrayed his story. Documentaries is what you make, but you also make music videos as well, is that right?
Yeah, well, my first music video was actually for Bruno also.
Wow.
Because he was selected to be a bright old thing for Selfridges in London. So we did like a 4-screen video installation in Oxford Street and also a music video for their website.
And if anyone doesn't know, Oxford Street is kind of like the equivalent of like Times Square. So it's an impressive place to have a music video.
So Bruno was there. We made like the octopus from the poster came alive. So it was like a 5.5 foot meters octopus in the window.
Wow.
With like a huge screen that Bruno was like, all different aspects of Bruno was for 2 months, from January to March in London. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That's
Exactly.
amazing.
So that experience of like making those that installation and making the music video, also making this music documentary, really like got me onto wanting to make more music videos.
Make more music videos, yeah. Well, I mean, that's wonderful, and you have a very visual way of delivering a documentary as well, which I'm excited to see as music video. With Bruno, I think in the documentary, I really learned a lot about that period too.
Yes.
What is it you kind of wanted to capture? What do you want your audience to kind of capture from watching that documentary?
Well, it's been really interesting. Like I've had like my mom's friend up above the Arctic Circle. She's like 66, and she was like, you know what? I'm going to start taking singing lessons. You know?
Oh wow!
So like that's what it brought for her. Like never give up and do what you want and don't be afraid of being creative. So I think that's one of the things. But obviously, I mean, it's so interesting. Like the people from the area or era, and like, but most of all, what I wanted to show was Bruno and his music.
And his music,
and
yeah.
that there is someone like this. Who so very few people have heard about.
And for the power of music, he created like a movement, which was just amazing.
I mean,
you know, in the punk
tracks,
rock age, you know.
And his tracks are on the list of like, it was Stanford University to
Wow.
DJ there. You have to like know one of his tracks by heart or something like that. It's really underground. If you go, but if you like go, you know, lift the stones, you'll see that so many people have been influenced.
So you're from Norway.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful country. Oh my goodness, I love it. And you live in London, but you wanting to work over here as well. So you've come over here, which is fantastic because we love you. Had to have you here as well.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, you know, all these kind of living in London and being here, it's kind of where you want to head over this side of the waters, or you kind of exploring different places?
Well, I've been really, really intrigued since I was 13 when I watched Twin Peaks by David Lynch.
David Lynch.
Yeah, and I read recently a book of his called Catching the Big Fish.
Yes.
And he talks about the light in LA and how, like, the old Hollywood, he could really understand why that was. And when I came here, I really, really understand what he means. Everything is so picturesque. And, like, it's so close to the desert. You have everything. And all
We're in a desert,
the mystical, magical things that happens in there. We're going to go out there and do a photo shoot with my friend.
Oh,
around
great.
here.
That's amazing.
And do some filming. And, I mean, it's just so inspiring to be here with all this creative energy and the light and these people. So
It's certainly a buzz, isn't it?
yeah,
You know?
and Cecil DeVille, like the first Hollywood feature, you know, just I'm really basking in all this film history while I'm here. So yeah, it's really inspiring, and I do hope that I can do some work here. Yeah.
Well, can we just keep her here, please? Like, I mean, seriously, she's a fantastic documentary filmmaker. What's it like after all the hard work that you've done making this documentary? What's it like to have your film selected for New Filmmakers Los Angeles?
You know what that is? It was the most amazing experience because it was when I was making the film, my designer got me the Filmmaker magazine. And then I remember reading it and I was like, oh, I wish, oh wow, it would be so amazing if my film could go to this festival like in Los Angeles. And then later we started working with a festival coordinator who is called the Film Festival Doctor. And I gave her the article with all the film festivals, and I had like put a little cross next to the ones that I wanted my film to be submitted to. She set it up, and it was just amazing, like to have it shown here in Los Angeles at the AT&T Center, to work with you guys, and to have like the Norwegian consulate represented.
Yeah, we had the Norwegian consulate
Thank you so much.
turn up at the screening, which was just, I mean, he wouldn't just turn up for any movie. He was there, and he absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was so nice. And
Yeah,
like, it was
he's
really
got some
good.
punk rock in him. I can feel it. Yeah, he's great.
He did.
Yeah. No, but he was very impressed, and I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful that you've spread your wings across here and come from Norway and living in London and being over here. It's really fantastic that your heart into the heart of Bruno Wizard was there as well, which is brilliant. What is going to be next for you then, Elisabeth? What's happening next for you?
Well, I really want to, as I said, make more music videos. So that's kind of what I'm looking into now. I really hope to do some while I'm here, or at least get that process started. Also, I'm working on it's a short film that's it's no dialogue. It's about human and oneness with nature.
Oh wow!
So it's going to be shot in the Arctic Circle in the summer, hopefully.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, so
in the Arctic Circle, that's amazing. What would you say? Like, I mean, it looked like you had such a ton of fun making that documentary, but what was kind of the most difficult thing for you making that documentary?
It's going to sound silly, but I remember saying to Bruno, I was like, oh, if anyone ever asks what was the hardest thing, it's carrying the equipment. Because I was carrying the equipment by myself, like running around with like the sound speaker and the cameras and everything. That was the hardest thing for me.
Why did no one help? The poor thing. I could just imagine you carrying that around London, you poor thing. They should. Wow, it looked like you had a big production crew. That's what it looked like. So I mean, you captured that so beautifully on film, and it's.
Well, having said that, like that was the first few months,
time, yeah.
like that I was doing. But then I was lucky enough, like my friend Agnes Cecilia, she came and did sound. My friend that I'm doing the photo shoot with in desert, Aisha Zabadia from Los Angeles. She's also very good work in film and television. She also came and helped out with the sound. So it was like, oh, I have some friends in town. Can you just hold it? Can you come to this club and hold this? So I was really lucky like that. But then also I met my editor, Murat Gokman. And then from then, more and more people came. Like, so to the last interviews with Marilyn and Stephen Jones, they were actually filmed by someone else that I could focus on. Yeah. But like what you see, I guess you can tell which footage is like running around.
Oh no, I couldn't even tell. I was just on this wonderful journey. But listen, you're very talented, Elisabeth. It's such a pleasure to have you here. We're so looking forward to seeing more of your work. And congratulations on being Sights for New Filmmakers.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been amazing being here.
You're very welcome.